Hey, I'm Sarah from the Princeton channel. Today I wanted to bring you along with me in the office as I organize my seeds for this upcoming gardening season. Naftali and I recently sold our house to purchase a new ministry property. And while we plan to do a lot of different things here, one of the main focuses I have is planting a community garden this year. We also host retreats to missionaries and pastors, and I want to create a garden that will enable me to have garden to table meals for the guests of our retreats. So I am right now organizing all of my seeds. We went to the store and we bought probably over 300 seed packets. So I needed a place to put them. Naftali found me this awesome mini file cabinet, and the seeds fit perfectly when I placed them horizontally. So I took a measuring ruler and I measured them. And I'm using these vintage filing folders that Naf found for me while we're cleaning up the place. So I'm just cutting them to the right size and repurposing these vintage file folders. In the garden this season, we have a goal of planting 20 to 30 varieties of plants, like herbs, vegetables, and flowers. Since this is the first year that we're here, and the only thing that I really see outside is shrubs, I really want to plant a pollinator garden. So some of the things I picked up were like dahlias, flowers, daisies, and hummingbirds. I love being able to get our kids involved in the process. Every year, Anna and Asher have been involved in the garden, and it'll be no different with Sibaniso. I'm sure he'll find a snug spot in the wrap as I'm working in the garden. And if he's anything like Asher, he'll be getting his hands in the dirt. So for my seed catalog, I have 2 bins. One will have things that are more common that we can find in the grocery store and are beneficial to the community. But Naf and I wanted to do something different this year, which is to plant exotic plants, or plants that we would have to go to specialty stores to purchase. When we lived in Philly, we would run once a week to the Indian store to get fresh herbs, so we got really spoiled. And when we went back to central Pennsylvania, we had to stock up on everything. And while we're only an hour and a half now from Pittsburgh, I would really prefer to have everything that I need right in the kitchen or in our backyard. So things that we use a lot is like curry. So I want to get some curry trees, and ginger, turmeric, and garlic are some of the main things that we use. So for us, being able to grow those things would be a big accomplishment. Also, a lot of the roots and herbs that we eat are very beneficial. They're superfoods. So we want to start researching more exotic plants that are beneficial to us that we have maybe never even thought of eating or utilizing in our daily lives. Did you know that there's over 20,000 different species of plants that we can be eating right now? I don't even think we touch 1% of that. So what are we missing out on? Not only for our health, but also just being able to have that experience of palate diversity in our cooking and in our eating experience. So that's why Naftali and I want to create a seed bank to experience these things, and also create a seed library for the community that we will share seeds with. So by this point, I finished the common herbs, vegetables, and fruits, and I'm moving on to the exotic category. So I just realized that I only had one set of vintage alphabet index cards. So obviously I went ahead and created a template from the first drawer and just replicated that in my own handwriting. By this point, the kids are up. Thankfully, I had pretty much everything put away. The kids were already trying to pull out seeds, so I just tidied everything up and started to write on an index card our list of fruits, vegetables, and plants so I could get a final total of how many species we have. And last thing I did was I looked through some bags I had of seeds from previous gardening years. Some of them are salvageable. Others I really messed up really bad. Like my tomato seeds, I thought I would dehydrate them in the oven and that would dry them out and save them, but that did not work at all. Whereas my chive flowers actually saved really well. All I did was leave it out on the counter and it dried out itself, so that will be the method that I use from now on. So those I just tossed in the back of the storage, and the next thing we will be doing is planting our seeds indoors to sprout before we place them into the garden. If you found this video interesting, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so you're updated when we come out with more videos. Thanks for watching.